Making sure it goes live. Any day now.
All right. Oh, will I? Oh shoot.
No. Don't worry. We're not doing the podcast recording yet, so I'm just trying to get the thing up. All right.
Oh.
We're up. Okay. So we're about to start the recording in 3, 2. Or okay, we could wait.
No. I was shredding stuff and my shredder choked on a letter. So go ahead.
Yikes. Okay. So 3, 2, 1. Recording.
All right. New gaming order. We back like this juggernaut, bitch. This is Alex, Lexus, Nelson, Shintakuma on your knees, Shinwar coming at you for our next installment, March 5th, 2015. A lot of snow outside in our area. It kind of sucks, but going around the table, opening remarks for our from our team, starting with on your knees, trying to get him out of the way first.
Why you gotta single me out like that?
Yeah, because I know you gotta say something fun.
Why you gotta steal my thunder like that? I just want to tell the world
yeah.
I'm not wearing any pants right now. That's all I have to say.
What the? We don't need to know that. I don't believe him. Shintakuma opening remarks.
What's up, peoples? Twitch page is uploading and ready. Still loading the files in, so check your boy out.
All right. Shinwar, opening comments.
What's up, everybody? We got a lot of good news, a lot of technology news, and a lot of gaming news coming at you. Stay tuned.
Me, Shinwar, and Nelson are high on DBZ or Dragon Ball Xenoverse. That game is that fire. Just saying. Nelson, opening comments.
What's going on, guys, to the NGO Podcast of March 5th of 2015. Hopefully we have some good news from GDC 2015 and a lot of PSA announcements, so...
And Nelson looking like, professional on Nightline and shit.
Yeah, you see my new setup, bro? See, I can rest my arms now.
They're doing like the Juggernaut, seeing how tight his outfit is. That's what's up. All right. New gaming order, first topic of the day. And this one... For our anime folks, I wanted to hit this before we get into our normal gaming side of things. The trailer for Dragon Ball Revival of Frieza was dropped, and it showed Frieza's new form. Now, a lot of people are on the fence about it. Now, kind of doing some, backtracking. Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods, right? You had Goku going Super Saiyan God, but he didn't look that much different. He was just Goku, but his hair was red like Gogeta, and he was a little slimmer and whatnot. Looked more like a deity, or closer to Bills, aka Beerus in the U.S. And it's just something where, in my opinion, with Frieza's new form, okay, it's. I was looking for something drastically different, and I think Akira Toriyama is just. I don't know, he's going for subtle differences, but nothing like extreme, So I'm pretty sure there was concept art for Super Saiyan God Goku, like what he could have looked like. I'm pretty sure the same thing with Frieza and Fukano no F here, and it's just, he looks like his final form from the regular series, but gold. Or like, I guess that's his Super Saiyan form, so to speak. But I just wanted to get everybody's opinions or thoughts of what Frieza looks like, and is it a bad thing, like it's just, or a good thing? I don't know. To me, I'm kind of like kind of like meh a little bit, because I wanted something different, something more like Cooler's final form before he got broke off by Goku. But just giving the floor, we'll start with Shintakuma and work our way around. What are your thoughts on that trailer for Frieza, his look, and what's, any predictions for Battle of Gods 2?
The new Frieza looks like he definitely hulked up a little bit. It looked like he took a page from Goku going Super Saiyan, and he got some gold-plated skin with like a light shade of purple. So it'd be interesting to know the backstory of how he got it. So I'm definitely anticipating. I'm looking forward to it and everything else. Also, I'm looking forward to Vegeta's how he's gonna fit into all this. That's what I'm looking forward to. But as far as in what people are saying about Frieza, I mean, he did lose terribly. He lost twice terribly. He lost to Goku, then he lost to Trunks. So it's like, to me, it'd be interesting. I've always been a big DBZ fan, so I'm looking forward to it. That's all I got.
All right. So, is it a good or bad thing? Like overall,
overall, it should be
look.
a good. I know some people are saying, this Frieza is like, It should be a good thing. This new battle they're gonna come out, it should play nice. And they've been trained with Bills or Beerus, as you want to call it. I call it Bills. It's gonna be nice to see how they fight. They fight each other now.
All right. Shinmar, what are your thoughts on Frieza's new look that was revealed in the most recent trailer?
I think it's different. I'm glad we didn't get another form. Because listen, Frieza, as what he is, his final form is very iconic. So I can see why they wanted to keep it, and all they did was a color swap. But
his shoulders are still slightly different. They didn't do the purple on the top of the shoulders. It's just
he looked like cooler in his first form, but
or the silver form kind of.
Yeah. So it's it's more so like, what's his power output gonna be? Because if he didn't get a considerable power up, there's no way he would have been able to stood against Goku, Vegeta, and any of the other Z fighters at this level. Because clearly, you see when Trunks came, he just decimated both King Cold and Frieza. So Frieza needed a power up. If you notice from the trailer as well, Goku didn't go Super Saiyan. It is just the trailer, so we don't know if he's going to or not going to in the actual film. But I hope Vegeta gets his redemption. But at the end of the day, it's going to be Goku who defeats him. But I hope it's both of them that defeats him, and I can't wait to see what their training is like with Bills, or aka Beerus, when they train with him Vegeta to become a Super Saiyan God.
I hope there's a surprise when they both go Super Saiyan God and destroy him. That would be freaking awesome. I would love to see something like that, but we shall see.
And just to add, it's good to see the other Z Warriors get some action in.
Yeah,
because Go ahead. No, go
ahead.
No, we're always seeing Goku or even Vegeta and maybe Gohan and Trunks. Well, the kids, but it's good to see like Krillin, Yamcha T, and Piccolo, all those guys back in action.
Master Roshi, they said, got some good fight time in there too.
Yeah, even Master Roshi, exactly.
So that's
go muscles or something like that.
Yeah, the old pervert getting hulked up like Master Tung Furu from Fatal Fury. But okay, on your knees, anything to add on this DBZ?
So why does the new Frieza look like Iron Man with gold and purple?
Unbelievable. He looks like he joined the X-Men or something.
I know, right?
The Checksman.
But I mean, from the trailer, it looked like Frieza was giving Goku that work. So that.
Yeah, he was beating the snot out of him.
Yeah. So, but I mean, Shinmar brought up a good point. Frieza's final form was indeed an iconic look, and to vastly stray away from that would kind of be like, what the heck? So I see it from both ends, but Chris, your thoughts before we go to Dustin.
I'll put $5 on that he got injected with Super Saiyan DNA, so he went Super Saiyan.
I heard that from somewhere. Somebody was like, since he's gone gold, maybe one of the wish that they made was to become a Super Saiyan, in his own right. That'd be crazy.
But that's funny. Now that kind of gives that weight to that trailer where they said the worst wish ever.
Right.
So if they wish Frieza back, here's another thing. Frieza's been dead for some time.
Yeah.
So how is it that they can wish him back after he didn't get killed not once, but twice, and got freaking murdered by Trunks?
He was never officially dead the first time, though.
Yeah, well, Goku kind of left him like Joe Kinnaman's RoboCop. Like there was this the arm and the.
He Alex Murphy'd his ass.
Yeah.
Slow down his send health until his father found him.
Yeah. Well, it's weird. They're gonna have to fix a lot of plot holes and inconsistencies with this because obviously the Dragon Balls wished him back. who did it. That's
But-
what I want to know.
Well,
Well, it
just-
said Frieza's henchman. They said Frieza's henchman.
So they found the Dragon Balls. They had a Dragon radar. You know what I mean? Like they gotta explain all this, but the
Well,
movie,
it's an OVA. The OVA's never followed the canon.
yeah,
So,
Yeah, so-
it's one of those where it's okay. Let's just do this for the fuck of it.
yeah.
Well, actually, wait, hold on, Chris. Actually, this is actually canon in regards to the Battle of God storyline.
Yeah, because the
So
GT
they said it
has
takes
been
place a year
disavowed.
I'm
after.
referring to canon of the TV series.
Oh. Well,
He's like-
technically, that does fall in line with it though, as well. It's just
There's
like a
some-
separate movie.
Yeah, but like the Broly movies, like Toriyama was saying, Broly's not canon, but and they never
Yeah.
make mention of Broly in the TV series. So that's like,
Oh yeah, because it was almost like separate entities, but they fall in line between certain chapters of the TV show.
mhm,
Well, the anime.
yeah, okay. So Nelson, your
Kira
thoughts?
Toriyama needs to make up his mind.
I know
Well,
he even forgot about his cat. Like I forgot Gohan can't go to something. What?
Now, I'm curious to know if he ran out of money, and that's why he's making more DBZ again.
Hey.
More money. All right, Nelson, your thoughts.
But my thoughts about this shit of a Frieza color palette.
Hey, Nelson the Grinch.
The artist got lazy. It's just my opinion. I felt like he didn't want to go anything further in changing Frieza's actual look. I mean, you're making a whole entire movie based on the character. I think you should have put a little bit more effort.
I love gold.
Just saying. But
They said he looked like an Oscar statue.
he don't look like an Oscar at all. But
Yeah, did you see the pose? He looked like, and he had his hand out.
I saw the post, but I think that, and just like I said, my opinion, because I did read like the little manga spoilers that they said about it, but it still didn't clarify anything. He might just be its own version of a Super Saiyan God.
Ah.
I love gold, Mr. Powers. Gold.
So,
So Frieza, the gold member, has returned to the DBZ universe. Maybe they'll send him back to hell, maybe not. Like, things change now because, with this, if this is actual canon, that's pretty much confirms that GT was just a fan service from Akira Toriyama's apprentice. So it's what it is. But as much as I wasn't a fan of some of the events of GT, I wish it still stayed in line because GT, a lot of what influenced it was the events of the Z series. So it's like bittersweet because I love to see new Dragon Ball content, but then again, like GT was that black eye in the series where Goku
The black sheep.
Yeah, black sheep. The whole thing with Goku turning into a kid, that was the one thing that messed it up for me, but they tried to bring back that old Dragon Ball essence to it, and it just didn't work. Not for me anyway, in any case, but any closing remarks on this particular topic before we go into intermission? Yes, no, maybe so. All right.
well, actually, one thing I'll just mention that we have Illustrated Dio, which is a good viewer for the New Gaming Order. He also plays with us on the PlayStation side of the house, and we
What's
also
up?
have NYC Playboy 78 joining us in the chat.
NYC
What up,
Playboy.
NYC Playboy?
That's James Bond, man. I'm telling you.
Yo, he's going to Hawaii on Sunday.
What does this
James
man
Bond.
do for a living? Unbelievable. I need to get that joke.
I'm
But
5 hours away, so send me an invite.
unbelievable. All right, New Gaming Order for our YouTube fan base. We're going into intermission. Please join us for our next segment. For those of us you watching us live, NYC Playboy and gang, hang tight. We're gonna prep for our next topic, and we'll see you guys in the next installment. Peace.
Alright, let me just rename the file. Let me pause everything.
Get some drink.
Oh, you could do that. If you guys want to get something to drink, now is the time.
When the Kuma was talking, I was hearing an echo.
Yeah,
he has a
feedback.
lot of feedback. He has an open mic, that's why.
Is it going on over the air?
I mean,
it shouldn't.
it was going on, but it was like, it was still bearable. Like, no one was going to be like, oh my god.
I think the music also might cover it.
Yeah, the music kind of like shuts it like slightly out. Okay, I just renamed the file. We'll wait till Takuma gets his little ass back.
What's
I'm
the
back.
next topic?
What you call it? Little?
The next thing, the Epic making the Unreal.
Scary gamers.
Unbelievable. Chris, we're gonna be hitting up the Unreal
Engine 4.
Yeah, being free.
Free?
Yo, apparently NYC Playboy has some jokes. He says, I do RIP missions for the government.
Unbelievable.
Yo, he's John Wick, yo. That's who he is. This is John Wick. That was a good movie.
Yes.
No, he's probably more like, what's his face from Fight Club? Shit. Ed Norton. Ed Norton, a Fight Club, where he's some type of insurance adjuster.
Oh, but he was fighting himself, though. That was a fun, crazy
they're gonna
twist,
hold the
man.
titles for a minute, dude.
All right, so I'm ready to roll when you are.
Yeah. All right, so I'm about to queue up the recording in 3, 2, 1, start.
What's going on? We back like the Juggernaut, bitch, for our next topic, New Gaming Order Podcast 3/5/2015. Now, those of you on YouTube who are just joining us, make sure you check out our impression video on Frieza and his gold looking like the Oscar statue. You know, so check that out. Leave your comments and rate, comment, and subscribe to our channel. All right. So the next topic that we're gonna tackle is Epic making the Unreal 4 engine free. Wow, that's pretty damn cool. You know what I mean? Because considering that, I guess their objective is to get that engine out to as many people as possible. However, the catch is, let's say I decide to start using the Epic engine, get my C+ and all that in order, and I make a game. Any revenue that I make that's over $3,000, I forget what the percentage is.
Per quarter, it's 5%.
5%. Now, I think that's reasonable, you know, and not to mention those who paid for the engine before, licensing and whatnot, they'll be reimbursed that with I think there's like their Xbox Live PSN style store where they can buy tools for the engine to, you know, credit them back for whatever they paid for it. You know, so I think that's cool. And there's game templates that will be, you know, available to you know, developers, indie developers. I think that's cool. If they have a fighting game template, I'm gonna be like starting to mess around with that, because now, you know, the one thing that as a kid that was my dream is to make like a legitimate fighter, you know. So, you know, looking at Guilty Gear Xrd and the Unreal Engine, you know what I mean, that'd be some cool stuff. But with that, you know, that tool being given out to the public, is that a good or a bad thing? I only see good things coming out of it, because now you can see a lot of kick-ass creativity. And a lot of my Mugen people, if they decide to switch over to 3D, you know, imagine the possibilities, you know. But could copyright things become an issue? You know, like people making legitimate fighters, like let's say Injustice 2 or freaking DC versus Marvel 3D, or all this crazy stuff. Like, is that going to be a good or a bad thing? But starting with Nelson, and we'll work our way around, unless you want to go last. How can this help the gaming community that Epic went this route with their engine?
It can help them greatly, and then it can also not help them. It's depending of like how open the engine is allowed for people to be used and, you know, touch upon it. It may not be as user friendly as it may seem, unless if they give us like a guided tutorial handbook of like literally what we can do, of like to what extent. Well, I mean, like, if people take the idea, as we was mentioning before, like fighting games for an example, and take that engine and use it upon themselves, we could probably get some good indie fighters that could probably be the new fighter of, you know, next gen. You never know. I mean, there's a lot of talented people out there, and I know a couple that's like my close personal friends, and they would love to get their hands on something like this and, you know, make their own game. But I mean, we'll just see what happens with the creative mind. But as of also with the whole profiting thing and whatnot, I mean, we can't really decide until like we actually get the actual source to mess with and see what guidelines they come up with as follow. So.
Okay. Shin Takuma, what are your thoughts?
Real quick, before
go
Shin Takuma goes, apparently NYC Playboy has announced that he's going back to Asia by the end of the month, and he says that if we need any souvenirs, let him know so he can bring some back.
Hey,
what can he bring?
So that's what he's saying. And then he says also, I see good things coming out of it because you can now have an independent studio to make a AAA style looking game.
Yeah.
He's right.
Amen. But with AAA games like games like Gears of War and Order and like mocap and like if they're doing cutscenes and stuff, like that's gonna require like a budget. You know what I mean? So.
One last thing, in Illustrated Dio says that he's chugging on lemonade while pre-ordering tons of games off of Amazon, and at the same time he's checking out our very cool fucking podcast.
Oh, thank you. We're always looking for new subscribership and new supporters. Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate it. All right, so where was I? Takuma.
Me, and I'm sorry, but I don't have any knowledge as far as in what's coming out as far as this, so I'm gonna have to pass. But all I can say, if it's free, get it. If it's not, then something you want to look into.
I'll put it to you like this: Guilty Gear Xrd was built on that engine. Now imagine if someone like me, wraps my head around it, and I can make like a fighter with those tools accessible. You know what I mean? I think that's gonna open some interesting possibilities.
Now you're making your own file. You're not inserting to their game, are you? Or you just making?
No, making like your own stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I think it's good for people who want to create new things, create new video games, create new characters. I think it's a great opportunity. I would more than welcome and take it and everything else. So I would do it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So on your knees, what are your thoughts on like such a big developer releasing that to the public?
It's a good thing for the most part. I mean, the deal that they want their cut, it's understandable. I'm not sure what they normally charge. I'd imagine it's probably around that or maybe even more. So this just opens the door for them to get it out to more people. They don't have to manage it as much.
Yeah.
Because then they don't have to worry about collecting money from people, out the gate. I don't know how they're going to keep track of who downloads it and whatnot. I don't know if they're going to have an account or register your products with them or not.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
they have to track it, So.
Yeah, but even at $3,000, if your product makes $3,000 a quarter, that's only a $150 check. You have to cut them, so it's not much that you're paying out of pocket for it. And most program or most games, if they make an engine from scratch, that takes the bulk of the time.
Yeah.
So that's that'll save a lot of people a lot of time, and it does open the gates for even more people to program games. There's too many as there is right now, so I'm going to take back what I said. It's a bad thing just for that reason.
Well, Capcom is building Street Fighter 5 using Unreal. So I guess it was a cost-cutting measure.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the engine's already out there, and if something goes wrong, they have support for it. They don't have to troubleshoot it themselves.
So it makes it easier for even like established developers, but really ups the ante for the indie developers. So it's going to be interesting. And to bring it home, Shinwar, what are your thoughts on the Unreal Engine now being available for free to the public?
Put the power in the players' hands. Put the power in the people's hands. That's all I got to say about that.
Unbelievable. All righty. But anybody want to wrap up our final comments before we take intermission?
I'm still not wearing any pants.
Dag.
Unbelievable.
For you indie developers out there that's really good with utilizing 100% of this source engine when you do get your hands on it, please bring back a couple of games that we desperately need. I mean,
but that could be a licensing issue too.
But the thing is, if it gets pressed by the right publisher, it can go through depending on like how the structure of the game is. I mean, granted, the same thing with Kojima. He was allowing an indie company or any other company to remake Metal Gear Solid 1. And he
Now-
says if you said that
okay.
if you can get the money, I'm down for it. I'll put my name on it, and you got to go. Some of these companies will allow it.
Mm-hmm.
You
Interesting.
know, so
This is gonna be interesting. I definitely I'm looking forward to that. So, okay, good stuff.
Also, Illustrated Dio says that he's waiting for the day that Nintendo to start using these game engines such as the Cry and Unreal Engine, but I may be stretching it a bit.
Oh, the Wii would melt if it tried to run the Cry engine. Who are you kidding?
Ah,
But I mean, as a
damn.
future consoles, if Nintendo decides to make another one, I mean,
Well,
Which
you
they
know,
probably
they
will.
do have that rumor, whatever Nintendo Nexus.
If
that
they're making a console, they're always going to be making one. They just, it's in, pre-alpha. It's on the drawing boards. This type of stage. But if they're console makers, still going to be making consoles, they're still working on one. If they decide to cancel it down the road, that's a different story.
right.
But they're
Okay.
always going to be making one.
All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, New Gaming Order fans, YouTube, we're taking our intermission. Make sure you check out our segments as we trickle them out on the YouTube archive, and we'll have the rest of this on newgamingorder.com. So please, support us, rate, comment, and subscribe. For our live folks, stay with us through intermission. For our YouTube, we're breaking it up, and we'll see you on the next segment. Peace.
Okay, we could take another intermission if you guys need to use the bathroom or whatever.
Mhm.
Feel
I know what
free.
I know what your next upgrade should be, Nelson.
What?
You need to get a green screen and a TriCaster.
A green screen and a TriCaster?
We were talking about the green screen.
Yeah, well, the TriCaster lets you do things like what Angry Joe does with his show.
Yeah,
don't
with
know
the
if he
background?
I don't know if he specifically uses a TriCaster,
I mean, I can use a green screen to
but
do that.
the
and
TriCasters are rather expensive.
Yeah, but I mean, I can do that just by itself with the green screen. I know how to do that. The thing I need is the stand for the green screen because I got a very long one. I got one that can fit about. Let's see. I'm trying to break it down to you, like the size of a billboard. I like a small little billboard. I have that size of a green screen, but I need proper lighting, and I don't know.
Yeah, you need the that photographer light that they use on.
I mean,
photo
I
shoots.
can either use a photographer light or I could just get fluorescent lighting.
Well, Alex, did you get one of those? Because I could actually see you tonight.
Oh wow.
Wow.
You know what? Let's start the next damn topic. Unfreaking believable.
I should have left that one for the air.
Yeah, no,
Alright.
no, it's on the director's cut. They're gonna see this.
Yeah, the director's
It's
cut.
just-
Yeah.
last couple episodes, it's been brighter in your room. It makes it easier to see you.
No, because now I put the topics on my TV, so I had the Internet Explorer there, so I'm going back and forth with the topics, so I don't have to use my phone anymore.
So that glow is from your TV.
Yeah.
It looks mighty close to your TV, Alex. You might get eye cancer.
You remember how big this TV is, man? Like, never mind. Let's get started.
Okay.
Ring the bell. Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, ring the bell. Ding, ding,
Okay.
ding.
3, 2, 1, go.
New Gaming Order, we back like the Juggernaut Mitch. This is Alex Lexus. On your knees, Shin Takuma, Shinward, and Brother Nelson coming at you with this next segment. Shout out to those who are watching us live on Twitch TV. Check us out on newgamingorder.com, and thank you for your valued support. Now, Game Developers Conference 2015. A lot of interesting things, a lot to cover, but I'm pretty sure on next week's podcast we'll cover what we didn't touch today. But one thing that stood out for me was the NVIDIA Shield. Now, you got Steam, NVIDIA now kind of throwing their hat into the ring for console gaming. Now, I saw a video on IGN, and it was pretty much showing like Borderlands kind of running in like a playable build on this streaming device for movies. It's how can I say? I was just blown away by it, but I'm like, damn. Now, will it become something where the console market becomes oversaturated? Or is it a good thing that now Microsoft will have, or Sony, Nintendo will have another competitor to worry about? I think this is going to kind of change the landscape of things. But here's me playing devil advocate. I always look forward to having a new person jump into the ring and whatnot. But this being a PC or a glorified PC all-in-one box, so to speak, you're bringing now PC gaming too close to the console line. And it was like, you see, with PC gaming, there is like a whole exotic, allure to it, where it's just like, if you knew what the hell you're doing, bam, a PC game can really be pushed. But now with this like all-in-one set-top box thing, it's like, okay, they're blurring the lines. So I think it's a good thing, for those non-hardcore folks that just want to get basic gaming out of this machine. It'll be good. But the specs, 4K, 1080p, 60 megahertz refresh. I mean, wow.
For some fanboys that we know of.
Well, we're gonna leave it at that. But I just it just blew my mind. I did not see that coming, and this should be rather interesting. It's like somebody got thrown into the triple threat match all of a sudden, and it's like, okay, now what's gonna happen? So going around the table, I'll start with Shin Takuma. What are your thoughts on NVIDIA kind of lukewarm fashion jumping into, I guess, living room console entertainment?
I kind of like it. I like the competition. I seen the pictures of it. I read the reviews about it. I read the reports about everything else. It looks like we have a new challenger on the battlefield. So
here comes the new challenger.
Exactly. So it's kind of like, okay, since we got Xbox Ones, 360s, PS4, and then the Nintendo Wii, it's like, okay, since we got these major conglomerates on the table, let's see if we can add something new, because we know about the history of the past of other gaming systems, other companies try to add things new, it didn't work out. So now that we see this whole partake on PC gaming, mixing the whole genre around, it'd be really interesting to see what they do. So I would say keep your eye on it and, read up on it, see there's any reviews about it, watch it, everything else, and, let's see what happens. Let's see if they can, throw off the conglomerates of Xbox and PS4. Let's see what happens.
Maybe it'll make them step up their game and stop making stupid mistakes with DRM and all this other nonsense that,
Especially if the graphics and the whole gameplay is going to be like outstanding, like it's going to be like eye-popping, it may take the other companies take a step back and like, okay, what did they do that we need to do a little bit better? Because we're going to start losing our fans because they're doing something that we never really dreamed of, or like our design or something like that. So it'd be interesting to see how this interacts with the consoles that we have today. That's all I got.
Now, before I give the floor to Shinwar, On Your Knees made a good point many podcasts ago, where one day it's gonna be, maybe the console market might diminish, and it'll be something like this, where PC versions of the games will actually be able to be used on these types of machines. You know what I mean? And that would eliminate the whole fanboy nonsense that folks seem to get locked into. So at the end of the day, it's like about the game. So I think that's an interesting thing. But Shinwar, what are your thoughts on the NVIDIA Shield?
I actually did not see the NVIDIA Shield. I did see but I did see the Steam box. Oh, the controller. They were talking about the controller. But just in general, I believe Shin Takuma said it. It's just good for the competition for the consoles. But as you see, remember back in the day when games got released, you would have like the arcade version, and then you have like a port.
Right.
Now everything is so close now. Like let's just say you may play something in the arcade. It's the exact same thing that you'll have in your console
with extras. The console
with extras. Right. No, you're absolutely right. With extras. But it really imposes the other companies, Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo, to step it up. You have the Alienware gaming What is the alpha? The alpha console?
Yeah. Review Tech USA had did a video on that, and there's like 3 models of it where you can set it up where it's like a console, So
right, and now you have the NVIDIA Shield, and the Steam box. So you have all these things invading the console market. Microsoft and Sony they better step it up. But I think where Microsoft and Sony, they kind of, I don't want to say went backwards per se, but with their consoles, they're looking at the entertainment factor per se, especially Microsoft. But now these other consoles, PC gaming consoles, are coming in. It's like they just gaming, and it's a powerful system.
But this NVIDIA Shield is doing a lot what the Xbox One can do. And that's the thing. Like I think Free Play Mode had released a video earlier today, and they're talking about that looking like dead competition for one another. So yeah, Microsoft should have thought a little more wisely. Like, okay, yeah, we're doing this and that, and now you got something like this that's coming out that can put your vision in jeopardy.
But I think in Microsoft's defense, with their new Windows 10, they're bringing that PC gaming back home.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and I think they're really gonna knock the ball out the park with that.
Yeah,
Okay,
I also think they're going to try to do some type of App Store thing too with Windows 10.
Yeah,
That's one of the rumors I heard.
Wait, say again, Chris?
They're going to try to do like an App Store type of thing with Windows 10.
Yeah.
Where anything you want to install has to go through there or some nonsense.
Yep, but they did say that once you do that, it would be accessible to all Windows 10 platforms. So I think that they're really trying to spread themselves out and get out there, just like this NVIDIA Shield is trying to do. They're just trying to get to that casual. They're trying to hit a market where that sweet spot is just gonna be all over the place. It's gonna be interesting. Who do I have to hit next? Nelson, what are your thoughts on the NVIDIA Shield?
Well, based on what I'm reading now, they're trying to go overboard, but they're not compensating for the norm casual gamer, because if you read closely here, that they inquire of you to have good internet service, and they recommend that, okay, let's say if you have 5, which is somewhat getting standard of upload now. Apparently they're asking that you have more than 15 megabytes of upload to get that good perfect 1080p 60 frames per second, because if you have 5, you might just be roughly touching 720p with 30 frames per second.
Ooh,
not only that
sucks.
but you're basically within every hour of gameplay you're like downloading at least 20 gigs of data. So
think about your data cap.
Yeah, exactly. Your data cap is gonna go through the fucking roof on that notion. But
now, does the machine have a flash memory or solid state drive?
It only
in
has
there?
16 gigs of storage.
yeah, 16 gigs of storage.
So
and,
there'll be a lot of streaming.
Yeah, it's mainly a streaming device, and basically, like I said, I'm just now knowing about this. I'm hearing that it's a Android thing.
Yeah, Android
OS.
An Android thing. So I guess we'll see how far they take it. In my opinion, I think the Steam box will outperform it way better, because of the fact that they've been in the game much more longer. They've been planning out their console formula for a longer time period instead of the Android software thing with the Shield. And plus, Steam has better sales. They have much more of a bigger gaming library, and the thing is,
they have a pre-installed launch base too.
that too. And if they don't have like a big enough hard drive space, that's fine, because at least they won't overcapacitate your streaming service, and they won't inquire as much, because everything will be like a low-end gaming PC. That's technically what you're getting. If you're a casual gamer but you want to have some moments of PC gaming, Steam box is the way to go. As of right now with the Shield, I have to look more into it, but it seems to have a lot of drawbacks with your eating up your bandwidth and your data cap for certain ISPs.
Now, when they were, when I was watching, because I got up really early today. I don't know, I had trouble sleeping, but when I got up, I watched the Game Developer Conference reveal of it, and the way that they were promoting this thing, it was like, man, this looks like the coolest things in sliced bread. But leave it to Nelson and Chris to bring the real into it and say, hey, look, this is...
I thought that's what I'm here for.
Yeah. But
just wait till I get my turn. I'm next.
Yeah, so speaking of which,
real quickly before we do that, he says that we're talk about the FCC is now going to regulate internet as a utility, and apparently he's
they haven't
happy about
the,
that. And anyone who has Verizon Fios does not have a data cap.
Yep, I might be getting Fios. I'm in a good mood.
So
yes.
He can continue on.
And Chris can blow the head out. That's a personal joke. He knows what I'm talking about. Making fun of my dad, man.
You're the one that told the story, Alex. Blame yourself.
All right, so Chris.
He blew the head out.
All right, so Chris, your thoughts on the NVIDIA?
Real quick in regards to the net neutrality thing, they haven't released the rules yet, so be a little wary about that. But back on topic.
Mm-hmm.
When I see this console, I'm thinking of the Ouya. Yeah. I'm thinking of Virtual Boy. Thinking Game Gear. I'm thinking a whole bunch of other failed consoles.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't think this console's gonna go anywhere. Like Nelson said, there's still a whole bunch of places that are gonna have enough internet to support that kind of streaming.
Yeah.
Like we said, get your Fios ready, or get your Google Fiber ready, or get your ass to Kansas City, Provo, Utah, or Houston, Texas, or one of the two cities they're rolling out Google Fiber in. It's good. Competition's always great. I've always been a fan of that, but I don't think this console's going to go anywhere.
Damn. Okay. With that being said, Chris shot the duck from Duck Hunt. Right at the sky.
I think I got the level 100 and it just bugged out.
Yeah, it just started going all over the place. I used to cheat. I was like, so. But with that, New Gaming Order, we're switching gears. Live people, thank you so much for toughing it out, because during the intermissions it gets kind of weird sometimes. But Nelson, we should play elevator music during the intermission. That would be a nice touch, like Dead Rising.
Yeah, but then they can't hear my jokes about you, Alex.
No, they can hear you clearly. The music is very low to the point where it's not like masking.
No, we need to bump up the music,
No, because then they won't be able to fucking hear nobody.
What? All right, but before I get all on a tangent, our YouTube folks, we're taking an intermission. Make sure you check out our last two topics, and make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on newgamingorder.com, and we'll see you on the next segment. Peace.
Okay, let me rename this. Let me pause everything.
Now,
What's the next topic?
NVIDIA Titan X.
Ooh,
GPU.
yeah.
Ooh.
That card's gonna cost $4,000.
Damn. $4,000.
Yeah, when the original Titan launched, I think that was $4,000.
Unbelievable. What?
Yeah, you're talking about a 12 gig RAM card, right?
Yeah, the Titan X.
Jesus fucking Christ, that's insane.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
It's over 4,000.
There you go.
Yeah, over 4,000.
Bro, did you hear this?
So, Chris, this is gonna kind of be like your forte, since you and
Oh, I was wrong. It was only $1,000 at launch.
What the heck? Unbelievable.
I'm too broke for. You want me to get a Titan X? I'm too fucking broke. I'm gonna have to get my own power meter to power that damn thing.
Yeah, that graphics card is pretty beefy right now.
Damn.
It is not a fucking joke.
What are the specs on that thing? I didn't get a chance to.
Oh, Goken had his wisdom tooth pulled. He didn't tell me. Oh shoot.
Hold on, I'm about to look it up right now. 1 second.
Yeah, Titan X specs. Here we go. PC World. There we go. Yeah, but I don't think they actually released the full specs, did they?
Yeah, it's on the link.
No, it doesn't go that far in depth.
It just says the basics.
12 gigs of memory, like 37 billion quadrillion transistors.
They didn't count all that.
8 teraflops.
Wait, doesn't the NVIDIA website have the GTX Titan?
That was just they were talking about it on PCGamer.com.
Yeah, I don't think they put it on their website, but let's find out.
I mean, I'm looking at it right now.
But yeah, we can talk about it once we go back on recording.
Titan X, hold on. Yeah, they don't have anything on Titan. Oh wait, here we go.
No, they do. I'm looking at it now.
Titan Z. I see that they're doing the Thief demo.
All right, hold on.
Is it Titan X or Titan?
It's
Titan X is the new
X.
one. Titan is the original that came out 2 years ago.
Alright, so definitely this is not the one then.
There's one article where they demo Thief in VR with it.
Unbelievable. Alrighty.
Well, you got to get you a thesaurus, Alex, so you can say something else than unbelievable.
Because it was Shimar and Noop, man. We were playing Street Fighter, and he would get caught with something like unbelievable. That's where it started.
Here we go. You could say implausible, impossible, improbable, inconceivable. There you go. Inconceivable.
Hey, when we make the T-shirts, it's gonna be unbelievable.
Or preposterous. There you go. That's a good word. Preposterous.
Shut up.
Yeah, no, here it goes. No, it is here on the official GeForce.com website. They have the Titan Z specs. Here.
Okay, yeah. When we record,
that's,
we'll
that's
go
not
into
the right
it.
one. That's Titan Z. Titan X is the new one.
God damn it! Stop giving up my fucking hopes. Fuck.
I don't know what the fuck the Titan Z is.
Oh wow.
Here,
The Titan, yeah.
Here, Titan Z specs.
So we'll combine this one with
this one is 12 gigs
the Steam controller topic.
So it's going to be faster than this one. 12 gigs, 7 gigabit. Wow, memory clock. 57. Wait, you know what? These are the same things, aren't they?
Based on what
just-
I'm reading, it might be.
Yeah, it looks like it because they're saying. Yeah, included 5760 CUDA cores with 2 Kepler cores. Does this page mention teraflops? Flops?
Alright.
This looks like a brawlic ass graphics card. I honestly have to say.
Alrighty.
I should have taken pictures of mine before I propped it in my machine. It was beastly. It weighed 3 fucking pounds.
Unbelievable.
And mine's
Like a
not even the
newborn
super
baby.
high end. What the hell, newborn baby weighs 3 pounds?
Crack baby.
I don't know. Hey, did you hear about that baby in India? That's
Alright,
like
here we
40
go. Titan
pounds.
specs. Apparently,
40 pounds.
Yeah.
Apparently,
baby was
they
a tumor.
Don't, they don't know about the stream processors. They don't know about the texture units. They don't know about a lot of things here, actually.
It's still new.
Yeah, they just announced it, but this Titan Z looks very similar.
Yeah, 'cause the only thing that's similar is the 12 gigs of virtual RAM.
And the CUDA cores, whatever the hell those are, I don't know what those are.
The transistor count is 8B.
Nelson, this stuff.
8 billion.
Can we do a highlight since we're just like impromptu talking about it? Like
Well,
this.
I don't know where to cut the clip at.
Oh, okay. Well,
You will have to do it anywhere from 40 minutes to 50 minutes would be that segment.
or we could just start recording this stuff, and then this way.
Well, there's not much to talk about. They just announced it, and there's not much data.
Yeah.
So we could have
Okay.
just made this a
PSA.
Yeah.
PSA.
No problem.
Jesus. Fuck, this goddamn code is crazy. Okay, let me start. How many more topics are we doing?
Two more. One is gonna kind of be like the whole VR stuff, the Oculus Rift, HoloLens, and the Morpheus for Sony, and the EA shutting down the Sims Maxis developer.
Okay, so I'm
Wait,
about to-
EA shut down Maxis?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, your brother actually liked the comment when I put it on the Facebook page.
What?
All right.
Yeah.
Let me start the recording. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
What's going on, New Gaming Order? We had to make a little shift. Those watching live saw the whole debacle going down because originally we were going to talk about the Titan X GTX graphics card by NVIDIA, which is supposed to be some monster. but there's not enough information on it.
Actually, I think I might have something from NYC Playboy. I have a little bit of specifications here based on like rough estimates. Actually, I mean,
Okay.
unless if you want me to go through it a little later on, I'll keep the page
Yeah,
here.
we'll do it for the PSAs
Okay.
and stuff towards the end. But
Okay.
we're gonna hit our last two topics. Like so those if you're interested in the VR stuff that we're gonna be talking about, that's gonna follow right after this. But this is pretty short. But EA, the evil EA, Angry Joe, and all these other people, Alpha Megasin, other YouTubers, you know, EA seems like the devil, and then they're messing up. And I don't know what this stood out for me, but the SimCity developer Maxis has been shut down by EA. They pulled the plug like they're about to do to. I don't want to say. I don't want to get in trouble. That would have been a bad joke. But yeah, they're pulling the plug on that developer. Why, we don't know. But Onioni's older brother, like, he was interested in The Sims, and I guess he liked the comment. But how does that change things for the SimCity franchise? You know, I've never really been into it. Like, you know, what was that other game where you're vicariously living through somebody's second life? Or
Second Life was like an MMO type thing.
yeah, you know, like,
I never got into that. Hell, I didn't
Yeah.
even know about it until Law and Order did an episode on it all those years ago.
you see, freaking Law and Order with
But
their,
that was back. I think that was back with Benjamin Pratt and Jeremy Orbach days. Back when it was
Oh,
actually
okay.
good.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But you know, with this happening, how is it going to change things? Like, is that going to cause a ripple? Because SimCity is a large franchise. Like, a lot of people play that, you know. So are they going to hand it to another developer? You know, because sometimes, you know, it can be a good and a bad thing. Like, for instance, Metal Gear Rising was handed from Konami over to Platinum Games, and it came out great for me. You know, now, you know, you got Gears of War being handed over to Black Tusk Studios. We don't know what's going to happen with it. You know, it could be another 343 Studios thing. But now, like, what's going to happen? What now? You know, like, does SimCity go away, or is it going to be handed off to different people? So, Nelson, if you want to jump in on this, you know, what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, it's very unfortunate that if I am reading over the right thing about the SimCity developer is getting shut down. I mean, some people liked the game, some people had no care in the world for it, and I mean,
It's vastly popular.
I mean, it was popular, but you have other clones of it like Spore and among other games like that. I mean, there will always be something very similar, or if not the exact.
That's like fighting games.
Yes,
you know?
exactly. It's just like fighting games. I mean, the game, like the name SimCity, might die, but there will always be duplicates and clones of the game. Just like how we have, like League of Legends, right? We have League of Legends, but we have more stuff that's based off it, like Dota 2. We have Smite, which takes it to another level, and so on. There's so many clones out there, so it's very unfortunate, again, that EA is shutting down a franchise that's been around for many years, even to the point where, like, when I was little, I was hearing about it, but I didn't get too much into it, because I was like, I don't give a damn about building stuff. Like, I don't give a shit about that. Like, I live in the real life. I don't need to take a thing and pretend I'm God and do shit or whatever. I mean, that's just me, but
you know, there's a market for those types of games, you know.
yeah, there is.
But I mean, it looks like it's in an effort to consolidate, and, you know, I guess, you know, EA's probably bringing it in house.
But the thing is, why would you want to consolidate something that's not really making that much profit for you? In the sense of, like, your other games that EA does focus on, it makes much more money than, like, the SimCity. Like, the Sims itself, like the regular Sims, makes more money than SimCity.
Well,
yeah, Sims is massive.
Yes.
With you know, especially with women, and the casual gamers, because it's one of those set and forget games. You tell your Sims to do what you want, and they just do it.
Interesting.
But they took out the ability to drown them in Sims 4, so I'm going to blame that on Max's collapsing.
Well, I'm looking at a tweet from Mr. Pierre, and it says, well, it's been a fun 12 years, but it's time to turn off the lights and put the key under the door. Rest in peace, Max's Emeryville. That
unbelievable.
EA confirmed their plans to shut down the studio, and if they're bringing it in-house, they were originally founded in 1987, and
they've been with EA
born.
since '97, so they actually survived a while, which I'll give them credit for. But this is just another one of the many studios EA has bought and shut down. Names like Bullfrog, Westwood, DreamWorks, Phenomic, Blackbox, Pandemic, Playfish, New FX, Mythic.
Damn. What the heck?
All studios
Now I
that
see
EA
why
has
people
bought
don't
and
like
taken
EA.
over and shut down, especially, Westwood. Westwood did Command & Conquer, which was an awesome RTS back in the late 90s.
Yes, it was.
And that they destroyed it over the last couple entries. Red Alert 3 was a little alright, but the rest, like with the ones with Yuri, they just got steadily worse as the years went on. Even though Yuri's one of the best video game villains that have ever been created. That's Tiberian Sun. If you have a chance, check out the older ones. It's all like the 1990s live action cutscenes. B movie quality acting, but Yuri just knocks it out.
Yeah.
But this is just another one of those ones where another great company bites the dust. But keep in mind this was
that same damn song.
this is where Peter Molyneux used to work. So just keep that in mind.
And it's sad that the last two outings for the SimCity didn't really.
Well, no, I bet you that EA blamed Maxis for the poor performance, even though it was probably EA's handiwork that made them destroy Sim 4, especially at launch.
Well, you know what? That kind of falls in line with 343 blaming Microsoft over a game that they were supposed to be handling with Master Beef Collection. So.
Okay, just to make a quick comment on what has been mentioned, Westwood also did Command & Conquer as well as of Lands of Lore series, and apparently a person's crying.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. The fans of the old Command & Conquer series cry a little bit when they get reminded of how good they were and how.
You have an issue. Get some tissue.
I just mentioned that.
Unbelievable.
But get some.
So Shinmar and Takuma, I know it's more like the weird games that you probably aren't accustomed to. We just wanted to hit that for a different.
It's SimCity or whatever it is. Okay, you know what? It is time to put it down. I'm sorry. You need to do more than just try to have your little.
You might as well tell Alex to put down Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, people like those games, so it's just it's something I wouldn't go out of my way to play.
The movie about this, I think. What was it called? Gamer? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm sorry to see Sims go. I never got a chance to play it.
Sim City, not Sims. Sims will always be here. Just Sim City.
I'm sorry to see it go, but it's time to put it down.
Another franchise they killed.
Yeah.
He said those old school games, Shin Takuma. Those old school games.
I know, but it wasn't. I'm sorry. I
got into SimCity on SNES back in the day.
Yes, that's the same.
It's always sad to see a franchise go, but
I will say the best part of Sims and the first one was drowning your Sims by removing the ladder out of the pool or locking them into a room, watching wet themselves for 3 days and die of starvation.
If you want to build something, don't stop for Super Nintendo and play ActRaiser. There you go.
Yeah, the first ActRaiser was like Sim. Now, Shinwar, did you get to play ActRaiser on SNES?
Nope. ActRaiser was a a good game.
Yeah, because it had that Sim type.
Well, no, it was more like, I guess it would be, except you're killing monsters with an angel.
I played Sims on the PC, and that was actually fun back in high school.
Well, with that being
said, it was
said,
different. It was different back then.
Now, Shinwar brought up a good point. It's never good to see a studio shut down. it's bad that the Phantom Dust developers now they're shut down.
They're just shut down, but they're still gonna make the game, but it's just gonna be in house now until they find another developer to take over the project. Because the thing is, it kind of puts them in a setback for games that they needed to focus on, and now they need to make a time to formulate a team to actually work on Phantom Dust.
Okay, Platinum Games, baby. You heard it here. All right,
and, one other thing, Mr. Gamer 511 said that sandbox games will always have too many clones, so you can never go wrong without it.
Okay, and shout out to that user. It's always good to get new names in here. So you're welcome to the
he's definitely not new. He's probably new to you, but he's been in the channel and part of the YouTube for couple months now.
Oh man, we gotta make a list of all the new folks so I could do like another shout out video for our subscribers and such. All right, so new gaming order. We're going to switch to our final topic. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on newgamingorder.com for our YouTube folks. We're gonna go into our next segment for those watching live. Hang with us through the intermission. You're gonna hear all the director's cut stuff and all that fun stuff there. So with that, we'll see you next time. Peace.
Alright, I'm just pausing everything. If you guys want to go take your leaks or get some water, go ahead.
Water!
But yeah, apparently it's like, I don't know, EA has to do something a little bit better because they're taking a lot of good franchises and they're just flushing the fucking toilet with them, man.
Well, it's because they try to maximize the money they can squeeze out of it. It's corporate, pure corporate.
They're just vampires. They're sucking the blood out of these
but then also at the same time, EA is kind of like fucked up to not giving other franchises to make within the same genre purposes, such as 2K Sports with the football licensing.
That's NFL's fault.
But no, it's not. It's not NFL's fault. It's
No. The story went NFL went to EA for that exclusive deal. It wasn't EA. As bad as we hate them, like for taking a big squat on the hopes and dreams of the 2K stuff. It was the NFL that went to them with the whole Madden thing. And Madden's not even around anymore. Like,
no,
what the hell?
But now let me ask you a question, though. Is it the fact that since NFL took on this exclusive deal because of the whole John Madden name?
Yeah. It was good through 2014. But now we're 2015, going into first quarter. And where the hell is another 2K? Matter of fact, I'm going to do a plea video. Bring back the 2K NFL games.
I mean, it's definitely sad to see certain games just like get thrown to the dump and certain companies hitting the fan like that. I mean, like you said before, I don't like hearing about game companies go and get tarnished, especially one of my favorite games of all time, Phantom Dust. I want that game to come out.
Awesome.
Yeah, no.
Me and On Your Knees were going at it in that game, bro.
Yeah, I don't think you ever owned it though. You just used mine.
No, I had it.
I have it. Okay. I have the original copy.
I still got the original too.
Yeah. So you know what I propose? I challenge everyone that's on the stream or everyone that's in the podcast in a Phantom Dust X-Link Kai battle. Let's do this.
You know what? I'll have to dig out my Xbox. Oh wait, you can't do that on 360, can you? You have to use original Xbox.
No, you can play the game on a 360.
No, but not online.
You can use X-Link's Kai. You can still system link it. You didn't know that?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
XB Connect, X-Link.
All right, I'll have to. If we're gonna do that, we can stream it. I'll hook it up.
Yo! It's about time. Dig up my old decks. Oh shit!
I don't have the saves. They're on my original Xbox. Wherever. No, I gave that to Alex. My saves are gone.
Yeah,
well,
everything got wiped.
The thing is, you can just get a save that just has all the skills and just make your own decks.
Oh, I guess I could.
Yeah.
All right.
They got sites for that. But the last thing is all VR. The HoloLens.
Virtual.
And yeah.
All right, so let me give you guys the cue.
Alex, I hate you. You just made the song for VR Troopers come in my head.
VR. That's your show.
Yo, you know they're resurrecting.
He's a VR trooper. Huh?
You know they're resurrecting that show that they used to bring on. I think like Channel 11. I think I'm trying to remember the name. It's a Superhuman Samurai, the thing with the silver and red outfit with the yellow big ass eyes. That the kid
the
jumps
guy
into
was
the
going to
computer.
the virtual world.
Yeah, they're re-bringing that back out.
Wait, what is it?
Gosh.
I don't remember the exact name of the show.
Was it Superhuman Cyber Squad?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
But
about.
they're re-bringing back the series. It's coming out. It's a reboot. And they said they might make a couple of TV appearances. They might make a couple movies.
Oh, it looks like Ultraman with gold eyes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
it is
yes.
Superhuman Cyber Squad.
Okay.
Yeah, Superhuman Cyber
Ooh,
Squad.
I used to watch that shit every goddamn
Superhuman
morning.
Samurai Cyber Squad.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
And
go.
it's
I'm
cyber
trying to
spelled with
remember
an
that. I'm
S,
trying
not a
to like
C.
think like.
Listen, they should bring back was it tattooed teenagers from outer space? Bring that back.
What?
That sounds like a fucking porno, man.
Yeah, that show bombed on. I think it was on USA.
Yeah,
They were trying to capitalize on Power Rangers. It was bad.
It was.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let me queue up the thing, and then I'm gonna mention a quick couple of comments from the Twitch. So 5,
What's the
4,
last? No.
3, 2, 1, go.
We back, and Nelson. We're going into our last topic, but Nelson had something from our stream.
Yes, a
those
couple
in
of
the chat.
comments from our lovely viewers here. I'll start off with NYC Playboy. Just like Blizzard North did all the Warcraft, Diablo, and StarCraft series back in the late 90s. Mr. Gamer said that just another sandbox game. In my opinion, like Roller Coaster Tycoon was my sandbox game, and today's sandbox game is now Minecraft. And then a couple of comments, picking at sports games. A lot of people's like, whatever. And they asked of us if we heard about the Toe Jam and Earl game that's coming back.
Yeah, we heard.
Really?
Didn't you put that on your Facebook?
I did, but I thought that got canceled.
No, it's happening.
They bring that back?
It was announced at GDC. It's happening.
Now,
Shit.
who has the rights to Toe Jam and Earl? Because that was originally like a Sega Genesis exclusive.
I think it was. I can actually look this up right now. If you want to
They
draw
gonna
out the
bring
next
that back.
topic, I will.
Bring that back.
All right.
Yeah, if you
well,
want to start, I'll look it up.
all right. Before we get sidetracked, this particular segment is pretty much hitting like the VR initiative that's going on with technology, gaming, PCs, all that good stuff.
Okay,
No.
real quick, the
Okay, go ahead.
developer was Toe Jam and Earl Productions. The publisher was Sega, and the designer's name is Greg Johnson. So
Well, now Sega is no longer in the console or gaming market or console gaming market. They're also new gaming order. If you watched one of our last podcasts, we were talking about how Sega has gone away, and I did lunchtime TV on this, where IPs that Sega had their hands on, now that they've gone away in the way that we remember them, a lot of IPs are going to be floating around. Now, Nelson, where would that game end up?
if the game does come out and the Kickstarter does go through, it will end up on all major consoles.
That's cool. That's cool. Toe Jam and Earl. Make it a download-only game. They don't need to, worry about printing disc and high production
It more
costs.
likely will be a downloadable game because it says here it's going to make its way to, if it does make it, it'll go to Steam, 360, PS3, Xbox One, PS4.
360 and
And
PS3.
possibly mobile.
Yeah, it's halfway through its goal. It's at 218,000 out of 400,000 with 3 weeks to go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Toe Jam and Earl took the first half of this thing, but that's interesting. That was a cool ass game. Very different back in the
I never got a
day.
chance to play it. But okay.
I mean, if
if-
you haven't gotten the chance to play it, play the original Super Nintendo or the original Xbox version.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get a copy of the game with the Kickstarter for as low as $15.
Very, very cool. Very cool. All right.
Looks like
So,
it's out for free.
Oh, I will mention that in the PSA Playboy, so I'll hold that to the end. I don't want to just interrupt Alex so like every single time. So go ahead.
all right. So, just sad news, but in the realm of the virtual reality, the designer for HoloLens was killed in a hit and run accident.
Unbelievable.
Same hit and run, and the same thing that happened with the Oculus Rift designer, hit and run.
What are you trying to insinuate, Alex? That they were killed by Sony?
Where did that? That had nothing.
Because that was going to be my line, but you opened the door for me again. Thank you.
Unbelievable. But that's sad, because what a coincidence. Like they're doing something where that's going to be innovative. It can help with a lot of training exercises. I can see the benefits as a military soldier where, instead of sending soldiers out to like a hazardous situation, hey, stick them in VR, But with that really sucks. I hope it doesn't put a wrench in the plans of the HoloLens and the Oculus Rift. I mean, the untimely passing of that designer for the Rift, long time past, but still, it's still a tragedy in its own right. So, prayers to the family and those affected by that. I hate to start it in such a morbid tone, but with that, now Sony is about to release their specs, and they're not worried about cost. Like they, now that they had closed down other markets like the mobile, the TV, the laptops, and whatnot. Now they have more financial resources to pump into that thing. So, with the Morpheus that'll be coming out for the PlayStation 4, that's going to be rather interesting. So you have 3 similar devices coming out competing for your dollar. So what are your guys' thoughts on this? Takuma?
I think it sucks.
You don't like the VR thing?
No.
Why not? Yeah, because I saw some folks talking about they getting sick and getting jacked up. But go ahead.
Look, you know what? I can understand the whole thing of trying to cross with the virtual gaming, but I'm like, really? I mean, Sony at it again. I'm not knocking. This is for all the fanboys who are going to be watching this, who are going to be posting. I'm not knocking Sony. I like Sony, but just this whole virtual. Whatever we want to call it, virtual reality, glass, everything else, I'm not with that. No, you want to waste your money on making some type of whatever. You know what? I'm just like lost because it makes no sense to me.
But Takuma, imagine if you're playing like Halo or something, you could actually be in there, or you're playing other games like Crisis and.
I know you heard the phrase of "be careful your surroundings." You really think I'm gonna be sitting in my apartment with some virtual glasses on, or everything else, and I look at everything else. Next thing I'll bump into something, or somebody may come in. No. It brings too many questions. Your kid's home alone, and they playing virtual Halo, for example, virtual Halo. They roll up a son, roll in the coffee table, they get cut, they bleed, and they can't get nowhere. No, it brings too many questions. I'm sorry. Shut up, Jim.
Well, the thing is, though,
Takuma's a Debbie Downer, man. Don't be a Debbie Downer.
I doubt. I doubt that they will release something like that, Takuma, where they will just have a VR thing and they don't have like something to keep a still structure for the person, like a free movement, because that would be too chaotic. I mean, if you've seen like the recent videos, they have them walking on like a 360
a slide pad,
right? Like a slide pad.
It's an omnidirectional treadmill which got Kickstarter 2 years ago.
Well, there you go.
So I was going to comment about that in my reply.
What?
Yeah, but not to steer off in a direction, but it will keep the gamer in place, so that won't.
Yeah, they're not gonna bump. Yeah, it's like a little ring. Yeah, around them.
To bring those things into play. No, it's a waste of money. I'm sorry.
It's putting you in the game, man.
I'm already in the game with a controller and watch it on TV.
Well, you're not technically in the game.
You have to be immersed in the game.
Look, they tried with 3D TV and they tried to reboot 3D movies. Leave shit alone. Stop messing with. That makes me just angry. Leave alone, people.
Do you like? You must like your planes with propellers then, because that's so much better than jet engines. Or how about crankshafts in the front of your car that you have to start it with? Instead of, these, you trick the key in a turn. That's too new school. You gotta get a fucking horse and buggy.
God.
Or how about indoor plumbing? We don't need that shit. We need to see in an outhouse.
Unbelievable.
Damn, he's in an
Hey, but you know
outhouse.
what? No, I mean, it's a lot of money, though. I'm just saying.
All right.
Yeah, that shit ain't cheap. I agree with you there.
All right. So,
I ain't wasting no water. Just hey, go ahead and some sanitizer and everything else, and you good.
they're getting too detailed. Anyway, Shinwar, what are your thoughts on now that this VR thing is picking up hot and heavy? You have 3 competitors going at it. Now the HoloLens, they haven't really said how if they're even going to include it into the whole scope of how the Xbox One should be, taking advantage of it, or if at all. But what are your thoughts on this whole new direction? Because this is for real now. The technology is here. And the next Comic-Con we go to, I bet you we're going to be in a position where me and Shinwar or whomever else gets to come with us will actually get our hands on this technology. So what are your thoughts on this?
I have 2 words: Skynet.
It's actually one word.
That is one word, right? It's not 2 syllables. It's a compound word, right?
Okay.
Compound.
Yes, it is.
No, I feel as though it takes me back to Sega days with all the peripherals and all the add-ons and stuff. But it's
Virtual
new technology.
Boys.
Yeah, Virtual Boy. It is new technology. There's probably gonna be a market for it. I don't foresee myself getting one. But maybe in the near future, when it becomes more available and the software for it comes out. And also Samsung is actually getting into the virtual reality market. In their press conference earlier this week, they had a virtual reality machine, and you can put the new Samsung S6 as the camera in front of it. That was dope. I was like, wow. So I mean, it's cool. I definitely just want to see what the software is like. But I just get a Sega 32X, Sega CD, all those new peripherals and add-ons to it. But we'll see.
All right, good stuff. On your knees, your thought.
I think the VR is going to be the future. Up to the point where you're going to be able to just jack in, and it's going to feed directly into your head.
The Matrix style.
Yeah, well, they already have machines that can. They just put it on your head, and you can control things without doing anything. They can read the brain waves.
Hold on, Cerebro. Hold on.
Yeah,
Cerebro.
they already got that shit. It's
for something like that, I remember seeing something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't just scan. They have people control stuff just by thinking about it.
Yeah.
They did it with monkeys, and then they had live trials work with people. But you'll see things like this. The omnidirectional treadmill. I'm on the website right now for it. It does retail for $700. So that is on the expensive side.
$699 US.
Yes,
Continue.
because it comes crap free, so that's why it's $100 more.
Outstanding.
But so I would expect this to be the future. I definitely won't be buying Facebook's. That's Oculus. That's Oculus. I'm going to get one of the other 2. My concern about the Sony one would be that.
Was it? It's like no.
I can feel the love coming through the inner tubes here.
Unbelievable. But yeah, go ahead.
My concern for the Sony one would be if it's going to design to be worked with the PS4. Is that I don't think the PS4 is going to be powerful enough to power the graphics on it.
But you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Like, I don't think people give the consoles enough credit. I'm sure there are workarounds for it.
Yeah, because these things are going to just hook to, at least for the PC, they just hook to your video outputs on your cards. So that's there's no special connectors or anything you need. So
now I do know with the HoloLens though, they were actually talking about the HGU or a Holo or something that was specifically you have the graphics, the CPU, the GPU, and another processing.
Well, they might have you install a separate PCI card for that, where it might run sort of like an SLI thing, or maybe it's a unique video card that comes for that headset. But I know the Oculus just plugs into I think a DVI port, or HDMI. I think it's DVI or HDMI.
Okay.
And I don't know about the Sony one, but I know that's how the Oculus connects.
Okay. And then bringing us home. I didn't skip anybody, right? Okay. Nelson, your thoughts.
Wow. Very unfortunate for that person to pass during that process. My condolences. And yeah, I can see a lot of people investing into VR, but not for the purpose of gaming.
Unbelievable. I'm done.
And
I'm done.
I think we are
Not for the dating sims and all that other stuff, because those in Japan, they are into some weird games.
The reason why I say that is because this is just.
And Chris is laughing because he probably will get one.
This is just me being an anime, fanboy. If you guys know about Ghost in the Shell, the regular,
the original movie,
the original movie, or even the ones that they displayed on Adult Swim, Second Gig and Standalone Complex, and I say about the majority of the seasons, you see old people, young little kids, and middle-aged men sitting there going into virtual worlds, thinking of their their sex fantasies and everything like that, to the point where they're creaming and shit.
Leave shit alone.
Hold on. Too much detail.
This is an adult-oriented show, Alex. We have no limitations.
Yeah, we don't have a limitation.
Leave shit alone.
Right, I'm officially grossed out.
But the thing is though, let me try to put it in a gaming sense, because we are a gaming show, but with gaming, it can take it to another level, especially for people who's very well versed with first-person shooters. Because imagine if you're able to literally be a soldier walking around in an actual replicated battlefield, not only for a casual gamer, but I'm pretty sure somewhere in the army they use this for actual training demos and purposes.
Yes, that's what I was saying, because you can create atmospheres where it's just
you can also use it to treat PTSD and other things like that.
For that, but gaming. Nope.
Yeah. Also, you have more ideas, to go well into that. They can use these things to scope out. I saw this one documentary of this guy using a VR program that he was able to scout out viruses in his computer. It was a 3D virtual world, and he was actually think of it as Tron. But he would go in there and
I think I know
viruses.
What that is. Yeah, I think that was a program that they wrote in order to make a GUI for it, but it's still a program.
Yeah, exactly. And then we can use this. What I want to see this for, because some people in my family, and so such as Mr. Lexus here would know about this. I would like to see this in the medical field.
Yes,
exactly. Thank you.
HoloLens. They were talking about how that can really help with teaching, mechanics and all kinds of.
Did you see that Facebook video that they recently just showed that I shared to everyone? Apparently, it's a lens that you put on, glasses, and you look and you get to spot out the vein inside the person's
that X-ray
arm.
thing that you put up. Yeah.
Use it for medical purpose. I can understand that concept for medical purpose. Yes, that'll be a great advancement in the medical field. You can just spot something in the human body and everything else, so they'll know where to go and everything else. Not knocking if they don't know where to go now, but it would help more in the medical field, but not in the gaming field. I'm sorry. Leave virtual reality alone. Just leave it for other purpose other than don't mess with it with gaming. I'm sorry. Just
did you check out your horse and buggy outside? It is a bit cold. Let's snow on the ground.
All right, so I will mention some of the PSAs so we can get that out of the way. But before that, I will mention a couple of comments that we have here. So let me rewind a little bit. Quick PSA announcement. I don't know if anyone else knows in the group. Did you know that Clay Fighter is coming back?
Yes. Revamped and remastered for the next gen.
It's gonna be a funny game.
2016. Expect to see a new Clay Fighter game. Also, let's see here. There's some people that I was mentioning about the Google Google side of things, the whole Facebook thing, to see like where they can take it to. Some people mentioned about the whole oh, don't mention the anime because I will never come out my room if I had virtual reality anime world.
Oh
Sense
Lord.
of that.
The blue girl, that's what happened.
Yeah, Alex.
Really?
I had to tell your brother not to show that to his kids at that canceling thing he did.
My right hand.
What the heck? Yo,
You're the one that told him to show it to these teenagers.
I didn't tell him anything.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
With virtual reality.
Then again, you probably don't remember because you're old man. This was back like 15 years
And then
That's a lie.
and then for Shinsakuma, you must like keys and not and wait, hold on. I need to read this. You must like keys in your car and not push to start, Takuma.
I have a fail. So what the heck? I'm done. Thank you, but no, I do like push to start. Yes, I haven't taken this.
Okay, now with the actual PSAs, we have somewhat of a rough estimate of the specs for the NVIDIA GeForce Titan X. This, like I said, this is just something I'm reading off of a website. Do not quote me, guys, so I don't want to hear no backlash. For the GPU, it says GM200. I don't know what that like really stands for because I'm just starting to get into computers. The CUDA cores is at 3072. The GPCs is at 6. The SMMS is at 24. The TMUs is at 256. The ROPs is at 96. Clock 988 megahertz, but it's still to be announced. The memory
crazy teraflop.
The memory clock is 1653 megahertz, up to probably overclocking it is 1700. Memory size is 12 gigabytes of virtual memory. Insane. Memory bus 384-bit. Memory bandwidth 317.4 gigabytes. And FP performance is 6.07 to 7.0 teraflops.
Now, question for Shinwar and On Your Knees. What would Street Fighter 4 look like with that graphics card?
Exactly the same.
Yeah, exactly the same.
It would just run. It would actually run at a stable 60 frames though.
Yeah. Oh my god. But man, that did you see what it looked like inside?
It started at 720, not going to 1080p and everything else. So.
Well, you can probably run it at 4K resolution.
Oh no, seeing it clearer makes the gameplay better, right?
Yeah.
So
okay.
From 720 to 1080, so you know.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so let's do the PSAs and then we'll.
No,
wrap
well, I've been doing the PSAs, so I'm just still going into it.
I'm old.
Apparently, Rock Band 4 is coming out. So for all of you Rock Band or Guitar Hero fanatics, you're gonna get another music game. But apparently, I heard that they're doing a partnership with Mad Catz. Interesting. They might be making their peripherals now.
Oh, that's good. That's good. About damn time.
Oh yeah, that's another thing for you guys who are Killer Instinct fans. If you haven't heard already, Aghanos is already out and he is playable. Also, there's a new ranking system called Leagues, where you place yourself in a league bracket to the top 32, and usually those top 32 people will be, you know, either put on the stream. They might win extra prizes. You never know, but you definitely will be showcased. So,
I got a PSA. Xbox One controllers will get a wireless receiver later in the year, so now you can use your Xbox One controller without the wire for your PC gaming.
Yes, that's definitely true. That's actually something that a lot of people's been wanting because they don't want to feel like constricted, constricted to the wiring and so forth like that. All right, come on. What's that other PSA I was about to mention? Battletoads is coming to the Xbox One version of Shovel Knight. So if you guys have Shovel Knight and you have an Xbox One, you might see Battletoads appearing there.
Ew.
That's definitely something. Also, for you Metal Gear Solid fans, we're getting so much stuff. So much goddamn stuff. We're getting a PlayStation 4 themed Metal Gear Solid 5 console.
It looks like his bionic arm, Big Boss.
Yeah, like the color scheme and stuff like that.
And the controller is the pistol color.
Also has the Diamond Dogs insignia on the right hand side of the controller handle.
That's nice.
Also, you have the collector's edition thing that they just recently announced that you get to actually get a replicated hand of the Big Boss, also with downloadable content and among other things. It's definitely one of the most favorite bundles to have, since this will be the last Metal Gear Solid game.
The last one that Kojima is producing.
Yeah, well, to him.
Yeah.
Also, I guess Alex can chime in on this at any given time. Halo Chief the Master Beef Collection had just recently.
I never played that game.
I'm surprised you go to the gym so much. You should know about beef.
I thought that
after my accident, I haven't been in the gym for a month because of the accident, man.
Alex, I thought that's what you called your alone time.
Oh shit!
Oh, is he gonna kill the camera?
Oh shit! Okay. All right.
Okay.
But apparently the Master Chief Collection has gotten a patch where it's actually playable online now. I have watched several streams, such as AKA Golden Boy for the Win. Shout outs to you, homie. He was getting into rank matches with not even 45-second wait time of anything, whether if it's Halo 1, 2,
is it as good
3,
as Call
4.
of Duty Advanced Warfare? Like you
not
get
that
into...
fast. Not that fast. Because Halo was always a slow startup, but it guaranteed complete beginning games. You don't jump into the middle of them.
And that was originally supposed to be like a beta test, but they figured instead of doing that, just push it out there and see what happens. So they rolled the dice.
So they've done a really good job from what I hear. I would like to test this within the weekend. So I might be testing it with my girlfriend, even though she hates Halo, but fuck it. We'll definitely do that. Let's see if there's any other PSA announcements. Well, for your Sony fans, if you just want to hear numerical things, 20.2 million units were sold worldwide. Just throwing that out there.
I hear crickets.
Apparently,
you people still adjusting your TVs to the TV resolution, or just...
he is hitting a shot at this kid. Microsoft is bringing the Xbox One preview program to the Xbox 360. So
that's a waste. That's a waste. They should focus on the one. I love my 360. But why are you splitting your resources? When was the last time a new 360 title was announced? You know what I mean? Like,
it was Dragon Ball Xenoverse, actually, Alex.
Okay, with that being an exception, because that was in development for a while. But I mean,
oh, you mean like? Okay, I see what you mean.
Okay,
you know
I have an announcement.
Go ahead.
What?
Before the end of this week, I'm gonna try to get Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse. I'm gonna try to get.
Oh gosh.
Yo, if you guys don't have that game, you're missing out. It's very good.
Shit, damn! I'm just kicking up the way now. Okay.
You know what?
Also, just want to hurry up and quickly wrap this up. If you guys are very keen on following the Mortal Kombat X Twitter account, you guys should all know that Johnny Cage is now confirmed as a playable character.
He gonna be old though.
I know.
And shit, we're waiting for MKX.
He doesn't look that old, to be honest with you, based on this graphical screenshot. Kenji, the blind swordsman, is also in the game.
But isn't his son in there?
His son in the game and him?
Well, the game spans 25 years, so you're playing through different eras. So
actually, the thing with Kenshi, he's actually playable in the mobile version. And most likely he'll probably be in the actual console version, but it hasn't been officially confirmed yet. But most likely, if you've seen him in the mobile version, he may end up in the.
It's in his own son, but okay.
It's Kenshi's son.
Also, Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasma Extend is now getting a North American release within this summer. So if you guys are big Blaze Blue fans, definitely pick up this title, because I know I will be getting this installment.
The next Blaze Blue needs to be like Guilty Gear XR. Then after you know.
Well, I mean, it's depending how far they want to take it. I mean, so far the rendering that BlazBlue has been doing so far is like really good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think this is a PSA, but I just want to mention this because I just find this a little bit wacky. Watch Yoshitori Ono-san play Ultra Street Fighter 4 with a Steel Battalion controller. You know how fucking big that shit is?
Ass on your knees. He owned one.
I actually had 2 at one point.
What?
Yep.
Chris, you know how much money that was?
No, I had bought one, and my brother put an order like a week after mine, and both showed up on the same day.
Dude, that I wish.
Oh, and the shit thing was, I sold one of them to GameStop for like $120. I went back a month later. They were selling it for $80. I could have made a $40 profit on it.
Unbelievable.
They resold it on, at the time eBay was still big. I could have resold it on there, but I didn't.
Right.
But you know what? I wish the Steel Battalion had got.
I wish
more
it caught
support.
on. I know it never really caught on. It was that game in the.
It was a Capcom thing, you know. So
yeah, and
Alright.
it was extra. It was also a hardcore game, so not a lot of American gamers got into it.
Last PSA that I'm gonna mention, and then I'll stop, and then we could do the wrap up. For you guys that's a part of the FGC, I know there's not many of you guys that joins our channel and so forth, but if you guys like Tekken 7, it will be making its North American playable debut at Final Round 18. So if you guys want to attend that event on March 20th to the March 22nd, you will be able to play Tekken 7. So hopefully that entices you guys, and that is it for the PSAs.
now, before we go into wrap up, those of you who watch us on YouTube or on Twitch, I want you guys to give us topics that you want us to talk about. So make sure you inbox me or Nelson, and let us know what you think. So in wrapping up, any final comments or anything that you're playing now that you want people to talk about before we log off?
There's a Steam OS sale right now for games on the Steam OS, but it works on your PC. 50 plus games are on sale if you want to check that out.
Okay. And you know what? I recommend you guys playing Reign of Blood or Rain Blood, a Mirage. It's a hack and slash vampire Chinese Symphony of the Night style beat 'em up. It's very good. I'm probably going to stream it. It's on Steam for $10. Check it out. All right. So with that, New Gaming Order. Those of you who are watching live and our YouTube folks, thank you for supporting us. Check us out on newgamingorder.com. Again, newgamingorder.com. That's our hub for the Twitter, the Facebook, Twitch, everything. You can go there, all in one site for our content. All right. So again, thank you so much, and we'll see you next time, next week, same time, same channel on the New Gaming Order podcast show. See you later.
Peace.
Okay, now that's the local recording. We're still live. If you guys want to answer any questions from the chat, now is the time to do so before we officially sign off.
What they got on there?
Alright, I'm just going to skim through it real quick.
I have a push to start car, thank you.
I think I have a new goal now for every podcast.
What's
is to
that?
get Alex to rage quit. I'm out to 2 podcasts in a row.
This is director's cut, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can do whatever you want.
Devon Franklin, who's the Megan Good's husband, is the senior vice president over at Sony/Columbia Pictures, tweeted a pic of a potential Battle Cat teaser for the upcoming He-Man reboot.
Battle Fat? What?
That Battle Cat pic was sweet.
Yes, that Battle Cat
Is
looks.
this for a
the
TV
movie?
show or a movie?
Yeah,
For the movie. It's for the movie.
Live
The-
action?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
They bringing back He-Man?
yeah.
Yeah.
But
the
they're trying
script-
to.
They got the don't laugh, but they got the director from G.I. Joe 2 to John Chu. I think it's John Chu. But no.
He literally just left. Wow.
Yeah.
No, G.I. Joe was booty, yo.
But let me
G.I.
tell
Joe
you,
is terrible.
Let me tell you, I think this He-Man movie, they're gonna do it. If they can get a like Lord of the Rings style, with that Middle Earth, have Eternia like that, I think they'll be able to pull it off.
Wait, are you talking about the one where it's He-Man, almost like a silhouette with the battle kit on a plateau type of thing?
No, it's
Oh, no.
Battle
It's
Cat's.
it's a new picture.
Yeah, it's Battle Cat's face from the side view. It looks good.
How many people actually remember other than us? How many people actually remember He-Man?
Are you serious?
Right
I mean,
here.
it's like I mean, the cartoons and the movie and everything else.
Tacoma.
Oh, here we go.
People-
I think I
Hold
have.
You
on,
know,
Tacoma. Go to heman.org. That's all I gotta say.
He-Man.org. Those guys were supporting me when I was making. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm still gonna make my cable version of He-Man with the versus style gameplay. But those guys were bigging me up, and they were like, "Hey, you know what? Make it happen." They're very supportive. That's a great site. Check them out.
Let me tell you, if they go the route of like Avatar with that style of cinematography, dude, it's going to be sick.
They better not
It's gonna
fuck it
be-
up.
No. They won't.
Now, if this does good, I would like to see Thundercats return.
Thank you.
What?
Yeah, I'll see that. I'll men still waiting on the movie.
There's the screenshot.
Yes.
Huh? You see it?
We're still live, are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is something I found because we were talking about peripherals and Sega Genesis.
Also, Avengers 2, the third trailer was released yesterday, and the internet almost shut down. But
Oh, I haven't
yeah,
watched that yet.
the trailer was sick. It
Yeah,
was
Ultron
sick.
looks amazing, man. They really like wow.
And I know a lot of people are very critical of the fact that in the movie it's Tony Stark that creates Ultron, but in fact it's really Hank Pym, aka Ant-Man. But in this, for the storytelling, it's Tony Stark that creates Ultron. So
which
a
is
lot of
gonna
people-
lead up into him and Captain America.
exactly, which
Go
leads
ahead.
into Civil War.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
blaming him for the whole Ultron situation.
So yeah, a lot of people are pretty upset about that, but it's all good.
I was hoping the Red Skull may come back, but I don't know. So
No, Hugo
Well,
Weaving
yeah.
had said a lot of stuff that kind of not made people happy.
Yeah, he said he's not coming back to that role, and he played a good Red Skull. I like.
Yeah, he is the role. You know, same thing. Like he started talking smack about his voice acting for Megatron. You know,
wait,
like,
I wanted to talk about this in the podcast, but I didn't get a chance to. It was about something that happened last week. You know, the whole thing on the YouTube and the whole fanboy and me
Man,
and
you still on that? Man, listen.
No. Someone asked me a question earlier this week about we talking about gaming and something like that. What I wanted to point out is I don't knock Sony. I don't dislike them. He asked me was I was a fanboy. I said no, I'm a fan of gaming. I like video games. It doesn't matter what console. I don't have like a particular taste as far as what console. I don't hate console. I don't care who outsells who. I'm a fan of gaming. So when
yeah,
he
and we have preference. Like if it's a
when he asked
preference,
that question, it brought up what happened last week with natural brother, we want to call him whatever, So I wanted to talk about that in the podcast, but it's cool, no worries. I just wanted to bring it up to everybody. Like, look, I wasn't knocking him. I wasn't knocking Sony. It's just like I'm a fan.
Yeah,
of
we were just addressing what was in that article, on that website. So I don't know. I guess some folks took it a little more than it should have, but it's good that it's on the director's cut. But it's just more or less,
right.
We don't want folks to imply that we're one thing when other
You guys
folks
are
are
bullies.
acting.
You know that? You guys are bullies.
No, I mean, like, you can't accuse somebody of or imply that folks are bashing Sony, but whenever we talk bad about Microsoft, it's okay. Nobody says anything.
Exactly.
When we were talking about the DRM and how Microsoft pretty much handed Sony the WWE title or the gaming title after doing so well with the 360, it's like, oh, Sony beat us. Yes. And we're beating Microsoft in their face for it. But the minute we say, hey, over an article, folks talking about, hey, I'm going to buy a PS4 only because of high resolution, to us, that's stupid. Like, that's not a reason to purchase a console. It should be because of the content, and what the console can do for you. Now, like I said, I have a PS4, I have an Xbox One, but the Xbox One does so much in terms of multitasking. I'm watching Raw and still playing a game. I can't do that on the PS4, and I freaking said it before. There's things that both systems can do that one is better than the other. But take what's good for you, and it's not. I was
explaining to the young dude I was talking. I said, look, I'm not knocking whoever. I like them both. I said I play mostly my Xbox One, my 360. Am I in the market to get a PS4? Yes, I am. But
you're gonna get one when that Street Fighter 5 drop.
I'll have one before then. So I'm trying to shoot within the next couple of months. I have a PS4, so I'll be on there soon. So,
but guess what? Here's another thing, and Brother Natural, that's my boy. I grew up with him. I known him since I was 6 years old. And the one thing I will put out there is the fact that you see the Xbox side of the house got burned with Street Fighter 5, right? And the PlayStation fanboys don't care because I got my game. But then if it happened on the other side, if it became an Xbox exclusive, everybody would have been pissed. You know what I mean? Oh, it would have been because there's more of a Sony demographic because they had, the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 to grow their fan base. So a lot more people would have been upset. But for them to be like, get over it. You know what I mean? Because Brother Noble did say something like that, like, just get over it. It is what it is. But it didn't happen to you. If it happened on the other side, they would have been freaking mad.
Exactly.
And we have a right to be upset. Let's say I didn't have the PS4. Then I would have really been hot. But luckily I have it. You know what I'm saying? So that the whole fanboy thing stuff got to stop. And that's why when On Your Knees said one day the consoles are going to go away, I'm looking forward to that day.
Right.
I'm tired of these arguments, man. Right. I'm tired of these arguments and all this, like, Sony this, Sony that, and then you say something about Sony and people get butthurt. Like,
all right, we have a couple of comments pertaining to what you recently just said, and apparently Playboy always has to say this. He said, all consoles, blah, blah, blah. PC gaming equals the master race.
Right there.
And that's where it needs to go.
So one console, one alone. That's it.
Yeah, because I don't like this divisive and fighting and all this other stuff. It just, like, come on now. Like, we enjoy the games. Yeah, some people, and that's the problem. Like, we invested in one side, or people are investing in different consoles, and then they're locked out of getting a game.
Let's make that one console that just combines everything into one. Someone's going to make it. I'm looking forward to that day.
Oh, some guy already made that in Britain. He spent 4,000 hours. Put every console from freaking ColecoVision up until 7th gen, whatever.
Yeah, there's a video we could put up on
I found that was like a couple years ago, but that guy put all of his time, and it's all controlled through one controller. That's what took the most time. One output, one power supply, one controller.
That's crazy. Illustrated Dio has said, man, all those fanboy shit on a stick. Oh my god! But
you know what, Nelson? We have to, like, I guess when we do the exporting, this particular segment we're going to cut it. Put it as its own thing, because just like I said, I'm very stern on that. It's like, fanboys, and Alpha Omega Sin made a great point. Fanboys really hurt the enjoyment of games.
Right.
Somebody shares an opinion, and then all of a sudden, like, but what about this? What about that? It's childish. It's like, hey, my superhero is better than your superhero. Mine can do this and yours can do that. It's childish. Angry Joe said it, and I'm gonna follow him with that. Like, I'm gonna just ignore it from now on. They can put the comments in there.
Or somewhere instead of sitting out playing PS4 all day, scrolling their freaking nutheads.
Yeah, it's at the end of the day. If I drive a Nissan Altima and you drive a Honda, they both do the same thing. It gets me from A to B.
Exactly.
Right. Now, I'm going to ask you guys one last question, and then we can actually stop streaming. What you guys think about, this is your opinion, nothing more. Do you think in the new Avengers movie, do you think Black Widow and Hawkeye have an important role?
Absolutely. Josh Whedon already said it. Hawkeye, and Black Widow will have a more prominent role than the first movie.
I'm not a fan of Black Widow and Hulk getting it on.
Like a couple or item.
I don't want to see that.
Honestly, I think that's just a red herring to get people talking. I think that's going to be a red herring.
Cause I'm like in that clip, did she get ready to kiss the Hulk? I'm like,
I thought she was
that's
sweet
what they
on
want you
Captain
to
America. I thought she was, from Captain America too. I thought they were gonna get together, but oh well, we'll see.
Okay, so
That's a good
thank you
question.
guys for watching the live podcast that we've been doing for almost 2 hours straight. Hopefully you guys like the enjoyment of us talking and and whatnot. Of course, commenting within the chat. NYC Playboy 78, we will definitely keep you in the maybe category if you do manage to have time while you're in Hawaii. You would like to join the podcast, you're always welcome to join us. Just let me know or Alex know, and we'll see what we can do to make that happen. Everyone else,
if he bringing back souvenirs from Japan, man, hey, I got a small request.
he has a small request, and it's just dealing with a sex object.
No, it's not.
He wants one. He wants one of those little jerk off eggs.
Yo!
Hold on, I'm done. I'm getting on.
All right, I'm out like the chicken on bitch.
Alright guys, we're shutting down the stream. Tune in next week Thursday, same time as always. Till then, peace.
Peace.